Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Hi guys, how are you? Welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. This is the Mystic Leo. My name's Mama Anna. Well, my name's Anna, but they call me the Mama Leo around here. I'm so excited. It is almost Leo season. It's almost time to start celebrating all these birthdays. I'm very excited. Let's jump into the weekly energy check and see what's going on for you. If you're new around here, we do this every week. And we put our paws up top. It's just a way to say, what's up? I got your back, Leo. It's a Leo family thing. So, yes, we are weird here and we love ourselves. All right? I'm a nerd. I love myself and you should too. All right, let's jump right in and see what's going on. Let's see. All right, the garden and the gate, but this is in reverse. I'm not sure if this particular deck has reversals, but we will see. I think it does. This is card number 30 for all my numerology masters out there. Yes, it does have a reverse. So it says this card is reversed. It indicates the happy choice to open the door to a more spiritual pursuit. You may have been obsessed with worldly issues before, but your readiness to go deeper is now here. Beautiful. Many people believe that they cannot live in a material world, make lots of money, and engage in spiritual priorities at the same time. This is actually a very core belief for a lot of spiritual people, and this is what keeps a lot of spiritual businesses and a lot of spiritual people from actually making the money that they deserve, because they believe it's, you know, you're too worldly, or you're now a part of what you don't want to be a part of because you're making money, or something's going to change, and this is just not true. So anyway, I'll expound on that later. All right. Many people believe they cannot live in the material world, make lots of money, engage in spiritual priorities at the same time. But you now realize that this isn't true. In fact, you can bring this wonderful spiritual focus to any endeavor. And when you do, you'll find that beyond your garden, the universe is willing to fill your life with beauty and joy. Expect the unexpected, for joyous synchronicities abound. That's wonderful, guys. So you're going to start seeing things coming together and synchronizing for you because you're letting go of this belief. And I love this for you. As I said before, as a life coach, I'm also a life coach, guys. If you want to talk to me about that, link is in the description box. But we talk a lot about that, and I'm a mindset coach, so this is some of the core stuff that we work on. And once you release that, you're going to start seeing a lot of alignment happening and a lot of money start to flow your way, because you no longer are consumed with the belief that you can't be these two things. You can be spiritual and you can be wealthy, and it doesn't make you a thief, okay? Although I do know some damn thieves. All right, if you didn't know me, you're going to get to know me. All righty. Let's jump into this reading. Hey guys, take what resonates for you, leave what doesn't. We're taking a look at money, love, career. If I didn't say it earlier, anything you need to know about me is in the description box down below. Just check out my link tree if you're looking for a reading, or if you want to talk to me about any type of life coaching, okay? Let's jump in. I got a little store down there. I got lots of stuff. All right. You have courage. So this week you're being called on to be courageous. Maybe this week is about taking a bit of a leap of faith for you. Maybe your courage will feel challenged. All right. I like to look at both sides of things. So if you've never been here before, I'm not one of those straight readers who just picks a story and tells it. I talk about all the energies because this is a general reading. Just want to say this really quick. And people make a lot of assumptions that this reading is directly for them. This is general. This means that whoever sees it may have messages in it. It is not for you specifically, although it can feel this way, okay? So we have courage, the blood moon, which is interesting because I just feel like maybe this last full moon did something to activate your courage. So I feel like you're in this place where you're willing to do something that you've been scared of doing. Take a little bit of a risk. All right, let's see what your biggest challenge is this week. The Arrow Master. Boom! The Arrow Master. I love that. Okay, so it's card number 10, which is awesome. 10 can be about completions and new beginnings here. So let's take a look at what it says. It says hitting the mark, intention, detachment. Guys, if you knew the number of decks I had, you would understand why I need to read the book, okay? All right, so as a challenger, this lets you know that if you continue on your present course, you could be shooting yourself in the foot. You're being challenged now to take a look at the motives behind why you want to reach your goal at this time. Is this a path of true destiny or the lure of fantasy and ego desires? Are you setting your intention to win something away from another or to get what you want, whether or not it's good for all? Just look at your intention. Remember also that life is not a competition. The concept of competition is flawed and encourages a perception of lack. I also teach this, guys. When you're in competition with other people, that means that you believe that they have more than you have, and you don't truly believe that there is, quote, quote, enough out there. And really what that's speaking into is how we feel about ourselves, right? Do we feel we're enough? Do we feel that we are abundant? Because at the end of the day, if you feel like you have to take from other people or use other people or things like that, or compete with other people, this really can show you that you have an abundance issue, that you feel that there's a lot of lack, that something's missing, okay? You are perfect, whole, complete, babes. Don't ever forget it. All right. It says your time will come. Be very clear that you're pointing in the right direction and don't chase your arrow. If the intention is to find an easier, softer way or a shortcut to your goal, it's time to give that up. That shit ain't gonna work. Since it won't work in the long one. Long one? Oh my God. What's on my mind? All right. In the long run. Alrighty. Don't be seduced by quick get it now. I'm not okay today. All right, don't be seduced by quick get it now ideas. This is the time to, hey, I'm turning 51, y'all. Come on, give a girl a break. Sometimes, get a little. Anyway, this is a time to ask for the highest intentions to replace the old ones. Sometimes a new set of arrows and another target altogether are needed. Then you can never miss your mark. Okay? All right. Love that one for y'all, especially for me. I don't know. Maybe that had a double meaning just for me. I don't know. Sometimes these cards just be carding. All right, let's get into some other cards. I'm kidding. If you hear long enough, then you know I got jokes. All right, I got jokes. You can be both spiritual and joke, okay? Just like you can be Tyler Tarot, you can be spiritual and tell people to fuck off, all right? Because homie be doing that. I haven't watched him in a long time, but he'll be getting into people's ass over on his tarot channels. So he'll be like, your mama fat, you ugly, you ain't got no man. Bitch, that's why you at home alone. I'm like, wow. Okie dokie. All right, I don't really do that here. But, all right, let's see what we got here with money and career. Okay, guys? Money and career. Oh, okay. Somebody might be finding out they're preggers right now, or maybe you're jumping into childcare, taking care of children, being a caregiver. Maybe your road is teaching and you're pursuing that or figuring that out at this time. We also have careers just centered on children. Maybe, hey, some of y'all children's books, you writing children's books, or doing social media around that. I love that for you. Healing your inner child here is going to help you make money. So again, like I said, what came up for you in your life where lack was prevalent, right? Because a lot of us I grew up very, very poor. And I didn't have a lot of food. Actually, I'm older, so I stood in line to have government cheese back then. You didn't always have like food stamps. I mean, my mom got food stamps, but we also stood in line to get food. So I distinctly remember that as a kid. And so I've had to uncover a lot of that. I don't have enough type of thing, and hoarding. And there's a lot of things attached to that. So healing this is actually going to help you, Leo, make more money. I feel like this is a big thing that you're focusing on right now at this time. It says, don't forget to nurture yourself while you work towards your goals as well. So yes, if you're out there doing your thing, don't forget that taking care of yourself first is the most important thing that you need to do, because if you're not caring for yourself, you can't multiply and create abundance. Okay, let me just get this out of the way. We are officially in retrograde. And you know how it happens with your girl. If you've been here a long time, I cannot speak through retrograde. This shit is in Leo. This is terrible. It's going to affect us both. But like, I felt it coming already for days. Anyway, I'm going to stumble on my words. Okay, you got the Rebel too, giving Aquarius energy. Limiting beliefs. Okay, so this week, let's just call it what it is. This is a week of really breaking through limiting beliefs for you guys, because here we go again with limiting beliefs. It says limiting beliefs are limiting your abundance. You may be wanting to be an entrepreneur, somebody who teaches people things, somebody who changes systems and things like this. But what's stopping you is your limiting belief around money and abundance. You're a trailblazer meant to pave the way for future generations. Okay, like I said, it's given some Aquarius rising, some Aquarius moon happening here, and I dig that for you guys. All right, so definitely a lot of work around belief systems at this time. All right, guys. Okay, let's jump into a couple of our little cards here and see what else this week for Leo. We have the grapes, time to go out and have fun. Y'all, stop working so hard. Go do some stuff. Go have some fun, okay? I show y'all the cards because somebody complained once. The egg, success assured with good plans and hard work. Okay, so the egg, it means that if you put it together and you plan it, keep going, stay on the course, that you will have it happen. Okay, and the hills, obstacles to overcome. So there may be some obstacles this week, but it's all right. You're going to overcome that. Make sure you set good plans forward for yourself. If you know something could potentially be an obstacle this week, then make sure you plan to like have other, like an option A, an option B, or if this were to happen, this is what I'm going to do. Okay. But it's a good time to go out, go have some fun with your friends. Okay. Don't party too hard. I kind of feel, I wasn't feeling the Kipper before, but I kind of feel the Kipper. So grab a card or two. Guys, please don't forget, if you pay for a membership, Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast in the U.S. is when we get together and I do the readings. I'm only going to give this another couple weeks before I change it and just do a video, an extra video or something for you guys, because I have literally 2-3 people maximum showing up. I had one this week, and I have a lot of people paying for this. Okay, and I appreciate love each and every one of you, but I really want you to have value. And if you can't make it, then I'm gonna have to find a solution. So I just want to remind you again. Okay. All right, we have unexpected income. Boom! I love this for you guys. This is amazing. We love free money. Hell yeah. So you could make some extra money this week, or maybe somebody just helps you out with a little something, or you get a bonus. So we have adjudication. So there's a decision about some type of maybe separation, divorce, or a legal situation here as well. Okay, guys. And we also have the house. This could be over a house. It could be over who's getting a house. Some of you may find that you get money from it, or you will get money from it. This is great news for many of you. Give me just a second, because when I see these cards, if you don't know me very well, I get crazy. Okay, I get a little psychic here. I get celebrating. You know what, too? I feel like for some, this is a sale of a house or a transfer of a property. It's giving me like transfer of a property, but I'm also getting somebody getting a new house, okay? Both of these cards, if you look very closely, there's the house in the background on this card. Can you see that? So it's really giving me a house. So I feel like there's something around. Oh, also I get something like maybe you rented or lived in a house, or you stayed somewhere and like you're getting money back. Okay, so if like you got there, they couldn't give you the amount of days when you had already locked something in, the money, somehow you're getting a credit or money back for that. Yeah, I'm also getting something around a stream. This is very odd. Okay, give me a second. I'm getting something around a stream. You need to be very careful if you live in or near a stream, just about falling. Okay, I get a falling thing, and I don't want to hear nobody in my comments talking shit. Oh, don't say nothing bad. Listen, if I don't tell, I've had people tell me, I thought about what and I didn't do it. Okay, so please, guys, understand that if people are born with a gift, they have to do this. Okay, I don't want to keep explaining this, and I'm not trying to be a jerk here, but this is something we innately have to say. Okay, I spent half of my lifetime not saying things I knew were going to happen to people, and those people have had very serious consequences because of my actions. Okay, and I no longer want to live a life where people have consequences because I didn't want to talk. God gave me this for whatever reason, and I'm doing the very best that I can. Please don't get on my ass. And if you don't like it, then please just don't come here and don't even say nothing. Like, just move on. You know what I'm saying? Learn to just move on, okay? Because there's a reason why I'm here doing what I'm doing, okay? And I really hope I don't sound like a jackass, but I say what I say because I'm here to help people. And if you aren't with that program and you think it's mean, then go find people who want to tell you everything you want to hear that's happy and positive and great, awesome, But I'm dealing with reality here, okay? All right, so that vibe's over. Now, let's get into some more stuff. So, I'm sorry. I just have to say it, guys. Like, I didn't ask for this shit, and I've had it since I was a little kid. And I'm telling you, I've hurt people because I didn't say you shouldn't do that, or shouldn't go here, or you need to be careful, or you could potentially get electrocuted and shit. And people, I'm not going to talk about what's happened, but you already know, okay? And I live with that, and that's not something I want to live with. And I've been taught, Spirit has taught me, fucking say it, okay? All right, overall energy. Oh, shit. The little back and forth. All right, so let's take a look at what's so jingly jangly here. You got some fluctuations happening. Maybe with some of your spending and your money, you're a little bit back and forth. You could be working on trying to balance your financial situation, okay? Like, how do I still have some fun and still pay these damn bills? Because they got us under the gun, don't they? They got us, like, in a chokehold and shit. God, I want to, where did I go? Ross? No, TJ Maxx. And I was like, why are these dresses so expensive? Anyway, Three of Cups, celebrating, having supportive people around you is going to help you during this time with you feeling like you're not decided about something. Even in your financial situation, this speaks to me with maybe going out. How do I balance the two things? How do I go out? How do I become flexible with my spending so I'm not, giving up my entire life, but also I'm able to save money. Okay, it's all about creating balance. Let's see what else we got here. We have the Six of Pentacles. Again, we're talking giving and taking. We're talking balance. We're also talking about generosity and allowing people to be generous to you. What's great here is that, again, I think the same theme is happening where some of you may have been back and forth and wavering about that whole thing around money, right? Okay. Let's get 3 more cards. I just want to pull the 3 real quick. The High Priestess. Okay, the biggest challenge is the Moon. Some sort of secrets or fears that are here, okay? Now, all right. I'm going to say I feel we're going to talk relationship, all right? So if we're dealing with a romantic relationship, give me a potential outcome. Give me an advice, please. Give me an advice, please. Okay, 7 of Pentacles at the bottom. Okay, so if we're talking about a potential relationship here, somebody may have been kind of juggling you, or you're juggling more than one person, potentially. Or you've just kind of sort of been back and forth and a little bit on an emotional roller coaster. And I say that because the Pentacles are striving for the balance, but behind him is the emotional situation, okay? It's just an up and down glorious hill of funk. All right, so there may be a situation where it's like you guys have you've been back and forth with each other. Now, 3 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, High Priestess. There's something about trusting yourself in this situation, but I also feel like you're being intuitively guided here with this particular person. I feel like you've been back and forth. You really like having your independence. However, you like being with this person at the same time. Now, let me see, because make sure my cards are right side up. I tend to grab them and they're upside down. I feel like there's a vibe between you and somebody. Like you go out one night with your friends, and this may be somebody that you've been kind of back and forth with, and you haven't really been sure about how they're feeling about you. Let's look at the 2 of Pentacles. The Chariot. Okay, moving forward, breaking through any kind of breaking through. When we go back to what we were talking about earlier with the self-limiting conversations, this is a breakthrough in your mind being 2 ways, or your thoughts being 2 ways, okay? Because you can't be both ways. You have to choose a way to be. You're either going to be not abundant or abundant, okay? So that's part of your breakthrough this week. Now, when it comes to some sort of connection, there's some sort of obstacle of overcoming this back and forth, or somebody who's been a little bit wishy-washy with you. I feel like you see this person somewhere. You run into them with the 3 of Cups, like you're out or you go out with them. Clarify that. Yeah, 6 of Cups. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So you reignite something, or you hook up here, like you go out, you run into this person, something there. You've kind of been back and forth with them for a while. And I feel like you've energetically just kind of been projecting out there how you want whatever is going on to move out of the way. Now, this person could have been talking to somebody else, and you're like kind of waiting for your chance here, or the other way around. I definitely feel like somebody's been waiting for their chance to get with you. Okay, what's the 6 of Pentacles? They're buying the drinks. They're buying the dinner. Okay, clarify that. Why you got to bring me 2 cards. Okay, 3 of Wands, the Emperor. And I think there's talk, or there's a mutual feeling between the 2 of you of the potential of this becoming some sort of relationship. I feel like if this was somebody that you were talking to before, it wasn't possible before because their energy was someplace else, like I said, focused on another person. And you guys were kind of like doing this dance, all right? You were doing a dance. But this person is now resurfacing. You run into them. You're like, oh shit, wow, it's you. And you all begin talking here, okay? What's this high priestess? Oh, oh, ooh, the devil. Oh, shit. What is going on here? Capricorn energy. We have Pisces energy. We also have Pisces again, and we have Aquarius. They all hoes. Don't. Pisces, Aquarius, no. Oh, we also have a Leo. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Okay? Capricorn just don't want to. Capricorn a hoe, too. I'm sorry. I said it. Anyway. They ain't on here, so anyway, I made this channel so I could talk shit about people. That's not actually why I made this channel, but so I think here, wow, this is very interesting. I feel like you have some awareness with the high priestess that this could potentially be a little toxic, maybe a little scary, maybe a little challenging, but maybe a little bit addictive. I kind of get addictive energy. I'd be a little careful and not jump right into this. This person may want to push things to move it real fast, but I would take my time with this, okay? Because this feels very warning-ish with something like the high priestess and the devil, okay? Sort of like saying, be careful of the things that you're not seeing. Be careful of being a slave to the addictive, the toxicity, because there could be that. I don't know if it feels like y'all have been there before. Okay, what's this Queen of Wands? It's really interesting. Okay, Eight of Swords, but it's in reverse. So again, we have a lot of messages here going back to letting go of a way of being and a way of thinking. So when we're talking about the context of what we said earlier, when it comes to manifestation and shifting the language and the way of being around money and abundance and deserving that, you were in an Eight of Swords, but now you have this confident, independent, enthusiastic, going for it with a business type, empowered, extroverted energy, and you switched. Okay, that's why you're in this energy, because you've dropped being the victim of all of your situations here and holding yourself in this sort of mental prison. Okay, same thing maybe happening here in this connection with this particular person. It could be too that they just want the woo woo. Okay, so be careful of that. But I feel like this, like you had to drop that version of yourself, or they had to drop that version of yourself in order for this to kind of come together as well. Okay, what I don't like is that your potential outcome is you going back into your head doing the self-limiting beliefs thing, because here you're letting go of the self-limiting beliefs that you're not sexy enough, that you ain't cute enough, that you bitch. Okay, go listen to some Queen Herbie for a little while and then tell me if abracadabra don't get your shit, you know? Okay, just go listen to some Queen Herbie. All right, let's see. We got the Fool here, though, so we do have some sort of fresh start with the Four of Wands. So I think somebody wants to take a leap here. I think that you're going to decide to go into this. I just feel like there's this, maybe you're the one feeling a little bit devilish deep down. You're like, I just might take them. I just might get me a car. I just might get me a bag. I don't know what you're going through, but I do feel like there is a want to be in a connection here, and I do think you guys start really taking the connection seriously. Okay, I do feel like you may suspect something about this person, but I'm not really seeing it so far. Just be careful. Just be careful that you're not rushing into this. But I do see a nice connection here. Now, your biggest challenge is that deception. It's the moon. But here's the thing, the moon can also be the way that we're perceiving things, that we need to get a handle on that maybe we still make assumptions about things, that we have anxieties and fears. So let's see why this moon is here as the challenge. Yeah, Four of Cups, still holding on to anxieties and fears. Imaginations, right? Things that we've experienced before that we keep hanging on to, or we have hidden or buried feelings about. Okay, so for you, this could be a challenge for you, or potentially this person. That's why we say take it as it resonates, because it could be the other person. So somebody here is definitely scared and maybe wanting to guard themselves a little bit. Okay. Also, I get a fear of this not being the right one. Okay. And I feel like a lot of times the expectation is that every single person is the right one. Yes, they are the right one every single time. But right for a long time partnership, that's a different story. Okay. But if we approach things with an open mind, which is the Fool, all possibilities, like with innocence, and we just enjoy what's happening here, then we don't get stuck to this energy, Eight of Swords, trapped again in our thoughts, because that's your potential outcome. Feeling insecure again, feeling isolated, putting yourself in the victim mode. Okay, so be very careful of that. This can very well be your person as well. So let's see why this is here as the potential outcome. Clarify this Eight of Swords. Yeah, somebody still needs to fix this. The Three of Swords with the Four of Swords. There's still a need for something to be healed. Now, what I do feel is that this connection for either person could bring up that there is still, there's still hurt, there's still self-limiting belief. Maybe you guys have done this dance and this person just wants to have a good time with you, and that's bringing up something for you at a time when you're letting go of so many things that it begins to make you feel insecure again. I feel like you're going to go ahead with this and get into this, but this is about you. Okay, I don't feel like this is about them. Because I wouldn't say, yeah, this person's coming in your life just to do damage and hurt you. No, when we have the Four of Swords here, this is about healing our wounding and our broken heart, the pain we have from other relationships, because it's holding us back. It's us holding us back. Babe, it's always us versus us. Okay? It's always us versus us. And so if we can't figure that stuff out, then we will author the same relationship again. Okay. Now, your advice, strength, it's mastery over your mind. It's mastery over this. You have to understand that from the moment you start thinking something, you have 90 seconds to get off of it before you start, what should I say, ruminating on it, and that becomes your pattern here. Thinking that it's your intuition telling you all these things and telling you all these things, when really it can be your mind. Okay, it can be an emotion that you've had for 90 seconds that you're continuing to have. People develop a whole life and beliefs around a 90-second feeling that they had 25 years ago, and here they still are. So I feel as if the Strength card is saying you need to temper that. You got to hold back on that. Okay, if you see it coming up, you know, it's mastery over this part of the mind and the life that wants to go wild with these stories, wild with this intuition. Think up all these horrible things. I don't think you got a horrible person here. You got an Aries, the Emperor. You got an Aries. This is somebody who got their shit together. Okay, and the feeling's mutual here with the Six of Pentacles. So I think, guys, this is more a message about balancing the self still. Many of you are working on that. Okay, let's see why we have Strength here. And guys, I understand that my readings are different, that I'm not always telling you, oh, it's going to be a happy outcome. But it is. It's a Two of Cups. It is. The advice is put love first. Okay? The advice is to put love first. And don't run into it. This is holding back. The wild part of you wants to just dive right into this. I know, babe, I'm a Leo too. I want to love everybody, okay? I just want to just run into it and squeeze everybody and fall in love. But you need to be careful of that if this has been a pattern for you, okay? You've got to deal with your mind first and know that the love is there, the love is coming. I feel like you two will fall in love. I do feel like this is definitely a soulmate energy. And I think it also too is probably mutual for the other person. A lot of times we author somebody who's very much like us and they are going through a lot of the same stuff. So just be careful, be strong, don't race into it, give it some time. If you start feeling that doubt, then you've got to sit with yourself and question yourself, why is this coming up for me again? Is this a pattern? Have I seen this before? Okay. All right, guys. So I see a really nice relationship on the way here. Don't fuck it up. I'm just kidding. It could be your person totally too. Okay. I always say that. This could be your person. They are scared. They're going to mess it up. Okay. All right. They're afraid too. That's kind of what I feel. I feel for some of you, I feel like this is your person. They're really afraid they're going to mess it up because they've given their heart to people before and they're still dealing with the pain of having rushed into things and unknowingly, right? Unknowingly been trapped in situations where they got very hurt. All right. Okay, let's see what we got for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I'm going to get 2 of these, guys, and then I think I'm going to get another closing card for you. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Like I said, please, if you're watching this, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, and don't forget to like, don't forget to sub. Please follow me. All right. We have the Death card. The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow, transform. What's dead is dead. And for me right now, this represents the part of your person or yourself that has been still perpetuating that 90 seconds of feelings along years into relationships. Okay. Whoop, that just popped right out. Grounding, stability and security, performance, growth, and endurance. I feel like you're in a huge growth period here. I don't see this being over like that, okay? I don't see it being over like that, although it could, but this feels more like this is about ending the insecurity, the part of you that has been struggling through relationships, and the part for this person who's been struggling through the relationships in their life as well, okay? All right, what? Oh, what's this one? That's the sound of my cards hitting the floor and my cat's running. Oh, sorry. All right, let's get you one closing message for you, my beautiful Leos. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Keep your paws up top, okay? Good luck. Good luck is definitely coming your way this week. All right, guys, can you see it? Sometimes when I hold it back, you can see it. So good luck is definitely coming your way too. And I feel if you see a black cat, understand that they're good luck. All right, they're not bad luck. I have a black kitty and she's wonderful. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. Thank you so much again for being here. I love y'all and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.